and maybe that's another gap, is that if the world cannot see you, if diasporas cannot see you, they cannot buy from you. So if you're on the continent and you have a product and service in your hands, you have a bag, you have a shoe, you have products, you have things you want to take to the marketplace, you have to present it. You have to tell the world what you're selling. You have to present what it is you can do for them. This is a fundamental. And this is, let me also say, this is why I had to build a separate training ground, the Entrepreneurs Academy. Because trade is the Olympics of business. It's the more advanced, it's the most advanced stage of business development. And many people, transparently, have never built a business before, and they are attempting to participate in international trade, and they don't have the foundation of business development. It's a gap. So if you're in the diaspora and you now willingly, you want to step forward and you want to engage and you want to participate in exports, please realize you need to strengthen your business acumen, branding, marketing, sales, right? Because if you buy and you import and now you don't know how to distribute and sell, you're stuck. Your money is stuck. So that's another gap we've seen. Not just the knowledge of exports, but the underpinning knowledge of business development, because that is required for you to build on. Cross-border transaction exports is more sophisticated, more advanced, because you're dealing with trade policies. It's so much more than just Binit. Hi, Biniki, good to see you.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Hi.
So,
Yes.
so far,
this is my topic.
This is your topic. Yes, yes, yes. You've gone through classes and programs, and you are okay. I'll let you introduce yourself. So I don't want to take that. You introduce yourself.
All right. Yeah, I'm an African fashion designer based in the Jersey, US, but also I'm involved in agricultural value chain. So we are verge of like producing stuff from Nigeria and for export purpose. So what you're talking about is because I'm here in New Jersey, I'm between the people down home and here. And this is really very particular to me. I'm thinking of listening to this again and again and again. So my challenge is the knowledge gap and the skill gap, trying to bring people up to speed, to space as per, mindset of how they see, the mindset of like who an investor is. This person is coming, to bring their money so we can multiply, you understand, and produce, and give ROI, you understand. So I'm trying to let them know that we have a lot of training to do when it comes to knowledge and skill. It's bothering me.
Okay. So let's
all right.
Go on,
I'm
please.
listening.
No,
because they are not getting it. You understand? They are really not getting it. I don't know how to push it down their throat that, okay, it's different from how we see it. You see an investor, somebody who is coming to help. No, this person is coming in to invest,
and
for their own gain too. So I don't know how to go about that.
Okay, I love what you're saying because it's very, very practical. So let's break it down. You're an African in diaspora. You are a business owner as well as an investor. You're playing those two roles. So let's break those two things. As a business owner, you are involved in the fashion industry.
Yes, personally
in the fashion industry, and what that entails is you import from Africa and you distribute and sell in the US.
Yes.
Okay. On the second side, as an investor, you are involved in, should I say, is it in agriculture space?
Yes, agriculture, yes.
Okay. So as an investor, you are also involved on the continent, in particular Nigeria, where you are developing the agricultural space. And what you're saying is that, so what you're developing, are you going to import it back into the US, or you're just going to develop and distribute on the continent?
Anyway, we have to start from home first. definitely we're starting from home. Then with the intention of exporting going forward. So definitely we need like an investor to come in to help in some other, you understand? So yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So what is now going on is that as somebody, you are used to the US market. You have the knowledge of the US market. They have the knowledge of their markets.
Yes.
Yes. So you have to, there are two things. Both of you have to change. Mindset. You have to change. They have to change a little. The middle is where the magic happens. Anybody that is rigid, that say my way or the highway, it won't work. If you say my way or the highway, and if they say their way or the highway, nothing's going to happen. So you're going to give a little, you're going to learn a little. Okay? So part of it is you cannot impose on Africa US way of doing business. You can't. And Africa too cannot impose on US and say, take my product as it is. We don't care what your standards are. So that's part of the struggle. So where we are going to win is to help each other find the middle ground. You have to apply understanding that you're not about to change the African market. What you're just trying to do is be productive. You want to achieve success. You want your own goals to be achieved. And the best way of achieving your goals is to build partnerships. And the people you are going to build partnerships with, you actually have to come with a little bit of understanding. They have to come to you with understanding. You have to go to them with understanding. Exactly. Because it will remove the frustration on both sides. Because we are so worlds apart in mindsets. Like it's night and day. You are frustrating them. They are frustrating you as well. Because when you come, like, I know how to do it. Let me teach you how to do it. They're like, whoa. We've been doing this.
We are not ready to learn.
We are not ready to learn.
I can't even read anything right now. I was like, what?
So that's the key. The key is we have to deal with one another in understanding. The diaspora has to go into the continent with understanding. And then also the continent cannot stay in the past, because even those on the continent too, if they don't want to change, then stay where you are. Nobody wants to deal with that. I don't have to deal with that. The world doesn't have to deal with you. They can deal with China. They can deal with Vietnam. They can deal with Mexico. The buyers also have a choice. If you don't tune yourself to the requirements and demands of the buyer doesn't have to buy with you. Unless, because part of the challenge Africa has is they've had leverage when it comes to natural resources, gold, diamond, oil. And when you have resources that nobody else, that people cannot easily find anywhere else, in a way you have leverage so you can misbehave. Okay? So there's a lot of misbehavior that, if we're going to say it truly, a lot of Africans are used to behaving a certain way because they think they have leverage. But here's the key. There is no leverage when it comes to agriculture. There's no leverage when it comes to all these other things, other than you have labor, you have land, right? And you are ready to work.
Do the work, doing the work.
Yeah, you have labor, you have land, and you're ready to work. If you're not ready to work, what's going to happen? Nothing. Right? And in order to do work, somebody's got to bring a strategy, a vision. So who is bringing the vision? Right? So if you are the one bringing the vision to your partners on the continent, they have to listen to you. And if they don't want to listen to you, let them stay where they are. So they also have to learn how to welcome visionaries, people who have a view of the future and who want to lead to the future, and who are also bringing finances and relationships to help mature and develop the land, develop the people, and help us achieve, right? Because we all want the same thing: success, wealth. It's about wealth creation. So if you want to build wealth, you have to listen. You have to learn. You have to follow. If you cannot follow leadership, you cannot follow, you cannot take direction, you cannot follow discipline, then that's part of the gap. That's part of the gap. Lack of discipline. Oh, okay. Do I need to repeat myself? I think I saw your chat. You said the connection is breaking. So lack of discipline. When diaspora comes in with vision, with resources, and they want to support and improve, they are also the barest minimum that those on the continent must do is they must be willing to listen, learn, and follow directions. And anybody on the continent that doesn't want that cannot participate. Right? Is that if those on the continent cannot listen, cannot follow, cannot learn, then where are we going? You stay where you are. If you cannot follow those who know the direction, if you cannot listen to those who have a view of the future and they've mapped it out, you can't follow, you can't listen, you can't learn, you will always be stuck where you are, because the requirements for progress, the requirement for advancement, the requirement for achieving success, wealth, is that you have to follow, you have to take action, you have to discipline. And so those are part of the gaps, right? And I'm so happy that Miss Abba said, let's bring her back up. I think the connection is playing games here for her. So if she's able to come back again, this is just an example of a level of frustration that even those on the diaspora, the partnerships and the collaboration that must be established is one of mutual respect, mutual trust in one another. And when there's none of that, nothing happens. I also see, Tom, are you back? Do you want to say something? I see you on as well. Do you want to ask a question?
Can you hear me?
Yes. We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Yeah, no, I've been well, the thing is this, I've been having a challenge, but no, I've been bullish in terms of Africa, in terms of doing business. I want to be able to, I guess, export product into the North American market.
Okay. Before you go on, do you want to introduce yourself briefly so we understand the context of what you're sharing? Where are you right now? Where are you joining from? And then if you've done something, attempted something in the past, just give us that backdrop, if you may, please. Thank you.
Okay. I'm a banker by profession. I worked with Citibank in New York, in Wall Street for about 15 years until the financial markets collapsed. I was also at one point raising money from the U.S. market into sub-Saharan Africa.
Okay.
So right now I've been in Kenya for about 5 years now.
Okay, good.
And, so when I was there, I was kind of like had sticker shock in terms of the pricing around macadamia nuts, chia seeds, and cashew nuts, because there's a big need on that end, meaning that there are many people who have the products here but can't seem to find the market in the US or Canada. And so that is kind of really what I'm attempting to do now. So I've kind of like done a business plan, done my pricing and everything. So that's kind of really my journey. But I've done a lot of work in Liberia, in Zambia, and also the DRC. And that's kind of really, what I've been doing. But yes, it's being able to look at markets, if you will. But again, it's easier said than done, because on one hand, we have tons of stuff, but getting the market there has been the problem. And that's really it.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Have you narrowed down the top 1 or 2 challenges you've been facing?
Well, yes, I have. Number 1 is capital.
Okay.
And then number 2 is just being able to get the right supply, meaning that if you supply into the likes of Trader Joe's or into Walmarts of the world, those are big buyers, so I want to be able to find what I call small buyers and then just, keep moving. Because what we've seen is that the majority of let's say cashews, for instance, the Indians and the guys from Vietnam are buying them by the container load, right? And really all that they're doing is just really roasting it and then reselling it back into the US or into China. And what it is the local farmers are not really making any money, if you will. And so I'm looking to get that. That's really my goal.